All right, something we didn't cover in music was Lil Yachty's got some new music out right now that's getting people a little up in arms.
Riled up.
A little riled up. Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll play. I don't really want to, but fuck it.
Okay, we've heard enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Even before we got to that bar,
it was horrible.
I don't know what the opposite of a gunshot or air horn is, but I would have hit that.
Fart.
Yeah, fart.
Fucking fart.
A loud fucking fart.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You gotta read the room. You gotta read the country. Fuck the room. You gotta read. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little.
It's just like
politically incorrect and a little bit distasteful.
It's more than a little distasteful. Putting my knee in her neck. What the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about here? Am I missing something?
I did see a nigga do some wild shit in one of them videos. He had
No, I don't know.
Wait,
so you did it.
Your primary
Put your knee in the neck?
Sounds like I hear you. Your frustration about putting your knee on her neck, and I think I think much of America,
all of the above. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing is offensive. But I'm like, could we just address the fact that this is like a really horrible thing to say?
Yeah,
About a woman?
It is. It's disgusting.
It's terrible.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's terrible.
And then to use George Floyd as a reference, like who the fuck raised this kid?
That's why.
Like I sound like an old lady right now. I know I do.
No, I feel like an old head now. I have a controversial thought. Something I said the other day that stuck with me again that I want to pick up on. First, George Floyd, using him in that sentence to me is so representative of where we are as a culture. Mm-hmm. And that's what's frustrating me. When I was younger, it bothered me, but now as an old person, it makes me sad. It's like we marched, we bled, we cried, we struggled because a police officer killed George Floyd and because black men and women are getting killed around this country. And to mock it, to me, is it said distasteful. I think it reminds me of when Lil Wayne had the lyric about Emmett Till.
I was going to bring that up. And even in that, not to cut you off.
No, please.
The backlash wasn't immediate.
Right.
It was years later.
Right.
Like, that was Karate Chop remix, and that record line, all that shit rang off.
Right.
It wasn't, the times are different now. So, yeah, now you say something like that. Because that's the first thing I heard when I heard this. I'm like, oh, he doing the same shit.
Weezy did, yeah.
You can't do that no more.
Different day and time.
Yeah, different day and time.
Read the room.
Read the room. But I also
Have some common sense.
And that's the part.
Just have
Or
some
some
fucking common
decency.
sense.
That's the
Decency.
point for me.
Decency.
It's like I want us to be at a place as a culture, as a community, as a people where we don't want to do shit like that.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. Like I get read the room is a different time, but also that's all true. But like
Why you
also
want
like I don't want to raise a child. I don't want our community to raise children that mock our fallen ancestors, that mock our elders, that mock people who died for us or who got killed as whose lives were like a ransom for our struggle. Like for me, that's fucked up, and that's the part that really makes me sad. And what I was saying, Ice, earlier, you mentioned I don't know, it was Tuesday. You said something about with C. Dolores Tucker. Mm-hmm. And when I look back, I remember in the 90s and even in the early aughts, we used to talk about C. Dolores Tucker and Dionne Warwick like they were hating on hip-hop.
In a bad way, right?
They were fucking right. They were 100% right.
They were.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Because again,
Yes and no.
there is a part of that First Amendment freedom of expression part that is what hip-hop is kind of.
I don't think that was what their point was.
Can y'all inform me what was said as far as
back in the day, C. Dolores Tucker, was she in Congress?
No, she was, what was her official title?
I thought
She was
thought
something,
she was
but
in Congress.
she used to. She used
Go ahead,
to.
go ahead.
They were like doing congressional hearings and shit to try and get some of the misogyny and some of the vulgarity out of hip hop back in the day.
okay?
Activist and former secretary of the Commonwealth for Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Got you. So all of the rappers and all of them used to be kind of dissing them. Like Pac was dissing them.
Mm-hmm.
Other rappers used to diss them. I understand now from a parental standpoint that some of these things are horrible. Some of these things should not be said. But from an artistic standpoint, and if that's how we speak in our day-to-day life, and music supposedly mirrors
Reflects that.
our day-to-day life and our day-to-day struggle, that's how people speak outside. When I come up to you, like, what up, my nigga? You don't say, yo, don't call me the N-word because it's not politically correct. That's not.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so some of those things are just reflective. We don't do that in movies. We don't tell the movie people, yo, don't do these things and don't say these things because, and again, visual art is more powerful than audio.
No, I do not agree with that at all. I think that the spoken word, when you don't have a visual and you have to use your imagination, can be more powerful than the visual, because you can just have glazed eyeballs, and
Well, that's where your
listen to who's
imagination
watching.
takes you. But somebody else putting it on the screen is where they're
Well, let me
Like
let
Hov
me
said,
give you an
Scarface
example.
the movie did
Hold
more
on.
than Scarface the rapper to me.
all day.
What's that?
I said, like Hov said, and I always say Hov bar for everything. Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me.
That Scarface interview, by the way, was absolutely fire. I don't know if y'all watched that.
Yeah,
Okay.
they was
Same clips.
fire.
Eh.
Give an example,
Well,
man.
I was going to give the example of if I say who's the voice of God, I feel like the whole room will know who I'm talking about.
Morgan Freeman.
Right, exactly. Everybody knows that. I just think that when you get into people's heads through your voice, then they start to do narration using your voice. I think that is like an incredible place of power.
Great point.
But that came from
but
video,
Morgan
though.
Freeman, that came from movies.
That came from a movie.
Okay, so just using him as an example, but I Googled, when I Googled C. Dolores Tucker, this post came up on Instagram. It says, C. Dolores Tucker told us in the 90s that we would be exactly where we are today. Rap music has done a number on the black community, just like she said it would. I can only imagine how much more real progress the black community would have made had we listened to her, and how much safer and healthier our communities would be. Goes on to say, she made a quote, "You can't listen to all that language and filth without it affecting you."
So
About crack. Like, what the fuck?
Who
I
wrote that?
hate when that happens.
Apparently that's a quote from
I
her.
agree with. Here's
fuck outta here.
where I would have a departure from her.
Damn.
First, a couple things, right? One, there's the First Amendment question. Yeah, people should have a right to say what they want. This is, for me, this isn't a legal question. People should have a right. As I said, I want people to want different choices.
Right. I got
don't
what
want to
you
restrict
mean by that.
people's choices. I just want people to want different
Shouldn't even
things.
wanna say it.
You shouldn't want to say that. I remember when Dionne Warwick spent some time with Suge and Snoop. And was it Dre and Snoop? I believe it was Suge and Snoop, but it was definitely Snoop was there. And she was like, "Call me a bitch now."
And they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. Snoop was like, "That's the most gangster." She was the biggest gangster in the room that
He
day.
did say that.
Because there's a way that when you're on the record, you can say certain things that you might not say in your personal interactions, right? Because we've been raised with respect and respect the elders. But Dionne still got to hear them songs, and those nuances and distinctions aren't made on the record. So for me, it's about wanting different things. But then the other piece of this is we do have to make a distinction between sort of the structural shit that happens to us. People aren't selling drugs because they heard a rapper sell drugs.
Exactly.
People are jobless. People have had markets closed on them. I
Because
mean,
they're only way out
schools
type
don't
shit.
open. I mean, there's a million things.
Yes.
If I'm making a list of reasons why people sell drugs, rap
not
wouldn't make the top
10.
20. It wouldn't make the top 20.
Exactly.
So we're not going to blame rappers
Yes, thank you.
for the conditions. But at the same time, I think the mirror excuse for me always lets us off the hook a little bit for our behavior, because mirrors do reflect reality, but when I look in a mirror most days and I see the fucked up shit, I try to fix it. I see my hair's out of place, I brush it. I see some coal in my eye, I wipe it out, except that one time, right? There's a way that like the mirror is supposed to be a corrective, but a lot of times when we look at hip hop or listen to hip hop, it doesn't necessarily, the music isn't inspiring us to not call women the B word. It's not inspiring us to not shoot each other. And when I'm walking around Philly or New York or New Jersey or whatever, and I'm here watching, take drill rap for example, we're killing each other, and the music isn't inspiring us to stop killing each other. Whereas a mirror inspires us to look better and act better. This music's not inspiring that, and that's the thing. Again, I want us to want something different.
So it may not be inspiring us to do so, but it's not preventative in any way, shape, or form. And also in terms of like music may not make you may not be the reason that you sold. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because of years and years and years of glorifying like drug dealing and the drug business. There are people who grew up listening to it and aspired to actually do that.
Neutral Budden.